So, okay.
Welcome everyone to Thompson City Council meeting, August 13th, 2026. We'll have invocation. Alvin, would you?
May we bow our head. Well, Father, we come again today. We're giving you the honor. We're giving you the praise. Father God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for your many blessings. Father God, as we come here to do the city's business, we ask you to bless us. The decision that we make, let it be pleasing in your sight. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Say the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we approve the agenda, I think we've got an addition.
Yes, sir. We would like to add a request from the Chamber of Commerce for support of the Camellia City Festival on October 24th, 2026. Support for road closures and other support from the City of Thompson. And then a modification to the purpose for executive session to simply to personnel items.
I have a motion to accept.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Everybody?
Yep. It's it. Yep.
Citizens input. First is Juanita Casey. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I said good afternoon.
Okay, I'm here to speak on the behavior of, I don't know if it's Sergeant Tuttle or Officer Tuttle. I feel like he's targeting my family. I had an incident with him a while back where my son had committed a crime, and he told us, he said, if he don't turn himself in, I'm locking up everybody at 407. And he was so aggressive when he said that and everything. And what he said has come to pass, because this past weekend, he did lock up most of my family. But I feel threatened by him. I feel like he's always targeting my family. Anybody at 407, he's targeting them. So I feel threatened by Officer Tuttle.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
What's your name again?
Juanita Casey.
Juanita Casey.
C-A-S-E-Y?
I'm sorry, can you spell it again?
Casey.
Okay, thank you.
Thank y'all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Then Anita Burnett.
Good afternoon.
Antoinette.
I was trying to make a complaint against Tutler. He's been aggressive. He's unprofessional. When he arrested me, he pushed me to the car forcefully. But my kids are scared of him. My 3-year-old, she's very intimidated by police right now just because of what he done in front of her. This happened Friday. So, I try to make them aware of police are safe to talk to, but with his actions and the way he handled me, her and my other 2 kids are basically scared of police right now.
Was this the same incident with Miss Casey?
Yeah, he's been targeting us for the longest, but he did this at my address at 418 Dixie Drive.
You're part of this family as well?
Yes.
What's your name again?
Darrenita Burnett,
How you spell your first name?
Daranita.
Burnett?
Yes, Burnett.
Okay.
That's
When
all.
did this incident happen?
Friday.
This past Friday?
Yes, sir.
When did your incident happen? Friday. All of y'all?
Theirs
Okay.
happened Friday. Mine's happened about a month ago.
Okay.
But
Thank
he didn't
you.
have no body cam on when he did arrest me. Once I go to court, everything will be in that paperwork, but he didn't have no body cam on at all.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, ma'am. What did you say your address was?
418 Dixie Drive.
Renita Casey.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Same incident that happened on August 7th. Officer Total did arrest my family. At the time, I was standing by my vehicle on the phone with my sister's boyfriend, just telling him what's going on. Officer Total approached me and told me to get my ass back in the house. And I told him, like, sir, I'm standing by my vehicle. You know, I didn't say anything to him. In my own lane. He told me that I'm interfering with a traffic stop. I said, how? You know, I'm just standing at my vehicle. This is not my residence. This is my vehicle. I'm standing right here. At that time, he grabbed me by the arm, slammed me on the ground, punched me in the face. I was charged with simple battery of a peace officer and obstruction, which is a felony. Because out of reflex, I did put my hands up or whatever, but he is telling everyone that I punched him in the face. I was transported by McDuffie County. It was a county officer. I'm not sure if they are sheriffs or whatever, but he took me to the hospital where Officer Total followed. I was treated for my injury to my lip. In the jail, the doctor did explain to them that I needed an ice pack. Never received that. Never was able to go to the nurse. Only gave Tylenol and ibuprofen for my pain, even though I requested, you know, just to be evaluated because I was in the jail until Monday around 6 p.m. Because of the felony charge, I had to see a judge. But I laid there aching and in pain due to the injuries that Officer Total caused against me. So I just want to make y'all aware because apparently everybody else know what I did, but not what he did.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
And what you said he did now?
Punch me in my face.
Closed fist, slap. He balled his fist up and punched you.
Yes, all I remember was a white
Where did
face
this
coming
take
to my
place
face.
at?
418 Dixie Drive.
Dixon. All right, thank you, ma'am.
What was your name, ma'am?
Bernita Casey.
Thank you.
Brian Wilson.
How y'all doing this evening?
Good.
All right, now, this incident, we opened the door and we seen lights. This is how we all became outside. We stepped on the front porch. Officer Total was not the first officer there. There was another officer there. He had a body camera on. Okay, he was standing behind the vehicle though. All right, a couple seconds later, Officer Total pulled in the yard. The first thing he does is get out the car and says, "Motherfucker, get back." Motherfucker, this is all his main word. Okay, once Tanza, Miss Darrenita, okay, she's walking, she's asking, "What's going on? What's going on? You're in my yard. What's going on? If this is a traffic stop, you're impeding my traffic stop. Get the fuck back. Get the fuck back."
Sir,
Oh,
sir,
I understand.
Can you hold that down
Wait,
because we're
just say-
live?
Just say F.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The F word. I'm sorry. All right. Okay. So once that took place, my wife, Vernita, she's walking. That's when he grabs Darrenita, throws her against my vehicle, cuffs her. All right. My wife asking, "What does she do? What did she do?" I grab my wife by the waist. I pull her back. We have video camera of this. I pull her back to the porch, which is more than 15 feet away from wherever they are. It's more than 15 feet. He constantly still saying, MF, get back, be this, be that. Y'all going to jail. Okay. So by that time, I'm confused. I'm tired of hearing him say that. So therefore, I say, MF, why are you saying this? Why are you doing this? Therefore, he looks at me. He says, "Get that, MF." That's when I became arrested. He charged me with obstruction. I was placed in the car. He grabbed me. He threw me I'm just like this because my daughter is standing in the doorway. I'm standing in the doorway. I see my daughter. I step out the door just because I don't want her to see this. As I walk towards the other officer, he grabs me. I turn like this. He grabs me. Officer Toodle comes up, shoves me. He grabs me right here. I mean, I got scratches and stuff to prove it. So as I'm getting in the car, I'm 6'4", okay? My hands are cuffed. So I just asked him, "Give me 1 second, let me scoot. Get your ass in the car." And he grabs my ankle and he forces me in the car, slams the door. Now, mind you, I'm in the back of the car like one of the first ones that's in the vehicle. So all I see is my wife come and sit on the ground, and she looked towards me, and I just see blood pouring out of her mouth. Okay, we get to the jail. We're all in booking. Now, mind you, the jailer is overwhelmed. She's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? He's sitting up here cracking jokes with the other officers. He's like, yeah. Y'all not getting out. Now, my charge was a misdemeanor. I don't know why I didn't get booked until 6 or 7 hours later. It was 5:30 before I got booked. And he put a warrant on us. I don't understand how he could put a warrant on us after arresting us while we're in jail. But that's another day. And my main concern was my wife. She is paying no attention. They kept denying her. She asked multiple times, I'm a witness to this, in front of the jailers as we got there, can you guys take pictures? No one took pictures Friday. No one took pictures Saturday. No one took pictures Sunday. Not even Monday. Monday, they promised her to take pictures. No one still took pictures. But then come Tuesday evening, we hear on the radio the whole broadcast of our incident over the radio. And I'm like, okay, I have never heard a police report over this radio station. So why all of a sudden now it's our case, but now you're saying that my wife attacked you? So, I mean, it's a lot to figure out right now. So, I mean, I don't understand it. We have the radio recording. If you guys want to listen to it, I'm pretty sure you already heard it because it clearly states that you approved on it or something like that. So, I mean, we just need clarification. Officer Toto is a straight tyrant. There is nothing civil about this person at all. The look in his eyes was soulless.
Come back here for a second. Who was that officer present? Do you know who it was?
They wouldn't give me any badge numbers. They wouldn't give me any names. I asked this multiple times. I was in the jail. They only told me that it should be on the report. I didn't receive any paperwork while I was leaving the jail. I asked where I can get it at. No one seems to know where I can get copies from this information from.
You'll be able to go to Thompson PD and request a copy of the incident report that was with that case.
Mm-hmm.
If they took warrants, that'll all be turned over to Superior Court.
Okay.
But I mean, if that's what you want to do, get a copy of the report, you can go down and get a copy of the report at Thompson
Right.
Police Department.
You filed a complaint.
I will do this as soon as I leave here.
Have you reported this anywhere?
No, this
Before
is
you
the
stand up
first.
here tonight?
No, sir.
How do you know you got a warrant?
He told me, and then
You
the
did?
jailer they informed us all that night.
You're saying they took warrants on everybody involved?
Yes, he did.
He told you.
Yes, he did. As he cracked a smile and jokingly laughed about it like it's nothing.
So all of y'all was in the same incident,
Yes.
same place,
Yes, same time.
and this started how?
I wasn't there.
When we came outside, it started, like I say, we were
Was something going on outside? that
Yes,
brought-
like I say, her brother, like I say, evidently the
Okay.
traffic stop happened
Gotcha.
outside. You see, we opened the door and seen lights. Like
Okay.
a flashlight. It wasn't the blue lights, it wasn't nothing, it was like someone had a flashlight in their yard, you know. So that's why we all got up and went to the front door. And then once soon as we opened the door, that's what we see.
You said it wasn't no blue light?
No, it wasn't a blue light. One thing we seen was a white clear light, like a flashlight.
Gotcha. Okay.
This is in the paper today? Was it in today's paper, front page?
It was on the radio one day this week.
Well,
Tuesday.
I got
Tuesday.
they got the paper in the office and it has this incident in it because Casey, there was
Who
a
wrote that on?
white SUV, no tail lights,
No, sir. That's not
two
correct.
2 grams of marijuana.
A 10, it should be.
Was it in the paper today?
I don't know about that.
Sound like
Yeah, it was something in the paper today because I remember some of the names now. Yeah, it's on.
I don't understand that one.
Yeah, I have to verify, but it was the last name was Casey. So.
Yeah, that's what I saw too.
But it didn't say
Okay.
officer who all showed up.
Look at that, that's good.
We approved it. Okay. Yeah.
Angie Miller Hugden.
Great day, everybody. I came up here with excitement. However, hearing all of this, I just want to pause and say my heart goes out to you. Okay. To Mayor Ed Darby, Mayor Pro Tem Alton Belton, members of the Thompson City Council, and staff and citizens of our great city of Thompson. My name is Angie Miller Hudgen. I am the founder and president of the nonprofit called Angie's Community Foundation. I'm here tonight simply to say thank you for your support of our first Passport Saturday, Passport to Possibilities. Thank you, Aaron, as well. We had 131 people registered and 85 passport applications were processed in just 4 hours from 10 to 2 on this past Saturday. We could not have done this without the Warren County Clerk of Court, Cynthia Cheeley Lazenby, and her staff, the Thompson YMCA, and our amazing community volunteers, local businesses, and community partners. This event showed what can happen when communities come together with one goal, right? Serving people and creating opportunities. As we continue our mission to empower, educate, and elevate, we would be honored to ask the City of Thompson to become one of our community partners as we continue to bring meaningful programs and resources to our community. Thank you again for your awesome leadership and your support and service to this great city of Thompson. In addition to that, I just want to highlight something. Miss Teresa Smith has been working with her for a minute now in regards to the LMIG program. She's definitely, and also a few others, right, on the council is trying to help me with this initiative on Boyd Avenue is getting that road paved. I thank you for it has been approved. That's all I have. I just want to say thank you for your support because I love to talk, but I'm gonna move on out the way. Thank you again.
I got a quick question for you before you take off.
I'm
Did you
trying to move now.
have, who was doing that? Did you mention something about another clerk of court or
Miss Cynthia over in the Warren.
in Warren?
Yes, sir. I had to
We
reach
don't
out.
have a clerk down here?
We have a clerk here.
We do have a clerk.
Oh. I knew that. I just wanted to hear it out loud. That'll be a part of my council concern coming. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Marquetta Hunt.
I've called 911. We don't have animal control here, but every day at 3:47, between 3:45, 4 o'clock, I have at least 3 foxes come and a coyote. I have my grandkids, they get off the bus, they can't stay in the backyard. These foxes come every day at the same time. Then about between 7:30 and 7:45, they'll be back. My cats are afraid, they running, scrounging everywhere. If I shoot them, I'll be in the paper. So at this point, what can I do? I mean, and you can tell they have names or whatever, so when I call 911, they say there's nothing that I can do.
I will talk to the lady at the animal shelter and
Yeah,
see.
because I need some traps or something. I mean, when I say this is every day, right before I left,
What address is it?
I live at 654 Matthew Street.
650.
Do you know? They came one time, but they said that.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, what's your address again?
654 Matthew Street.
654 what?
Matthew Street.
Matthews?
Yeah, because they came and got one before, and they said that it wasn't
And what's your name?
Marquita, Markeita, Hunt. They said it wasn't McDuffie or something, they said. I can't remember.
And Ms. Hunt, I don't think we're going to be able to directly solve your problem tonight, but we have your information. And my name is Teresa Smith, and we'll see about following up with you. If you will, is there a phone number on that sign-in sheet?
I don't.
No? Okay, if you will come over so that it's not broadcasted and give me your phone number.
Because honestly, if they charge it my boys,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just telling you.
Yes, ma'am. And give me your phone number. We'll see about following up with you. Thank you.
James Bouchery.
Okay, thank you.
How y'all doing?
Fine, James, how you doing, sir?
I came to address the issue. I came last month and spoke on
the same officer, Officer Tuttle and Officer McCree. I had no idea they was coming, and speaking on them. But I came to voice my concern because as I spoke to y'all about the incident that happened with me, I filed my complaint. The chief, the lieutenant say they didn't find no wrongdoing. So I asked them that they want to see my cameras. No response. But it's to the point where they're no longer policing. Like, y'all, it's sad to say this, but y'all sit here and sit in the black neighborhoods and say it's a drug area and everything. Okay, cool. But it's a way to police. My mama 63 years old. Her friends sit out there on the porch just the other day. After 5 o'clock, they don't want to ride because they scared to have a run-in with these two officers. And many people I done spoke with about the situation, about my situation, and hearing other people speak on Facebook and stuff, they all say the same thing. They got people in the neighborhood afraid. Not only young, but they got older people, elderly people, afraid to come outside, afraid to drive after 5 o'clock because they don't want to have no run-in with them. It's a way to police, but at this point, it's beyond policing with them. They're bullying people in lower class neighborhood. And I'm a working guy. I don't do no wrong. Just because I stay in this area, my mama. You have people, law-abiding citizens such as myself, that don't do no wrong. Now you got them, you got a whole neighborhood scared to go anywhere after 5 o'clock. And like I said, it touched me because my mama then was sitting out there talking about we were gonna do something for my auntie over my mama house. And they were talking about, we'll do it over my other cousin's house because they scared to come out after 5 o'clock and it don't make no sense. And as I've been looking at it, like I said, I brought my case to y'all, and when the lieutenant said it wasn't anything he can do, I'm pursuing this on my own. And as I've been looking into different cases and stuff, and seeing police acting like this, I done seen numerous cases where, it cost the city a whole lot of money because they allowed the police to keep doing it until someone filed something on them.
Yes. Can you get your footage to Miss Teresa?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I surely can.
Hey, what you need to do, excuse me, let me step in here just a second. You need to hire you an attorney, or you need to get someone to go to court with you, because that's when you'll be able to present your evidence.
Yes, sir.
For your benefit, and you just go to court. That's what court's for. You'll have a judge, and you seek attorney. They'll help you in your case.
Yes, sir. But
we need to make sure. I don't know who talked.
Are you trying to deal with this without going to court?
Oh, no, sir. No, sir. I came to.
You were just following up from last month.
Like I said, I didn't even know that they were going to be here. Yeah. And it's ridiculous. If you look on social media, I don't know how many people got social media, but everybody is afraid of these two officers. Mr. Woodham, you was an officer for years. I done had run-ins with you. Wasn't nobody was afraid with Mr. Woodham. You can't find nobody in the neighborhood that'll come up and speak to them one of them. If they see them, they go turn around. They're not the same police as y'all were. Like they're renegades. In so many words, they're renegades. And I'm not speaking on my case. I'm handling that, but I just want to know that something needs to be done about it.
So basically, you followed up. You filed a complaint.
Yes, sir.
They investigated it, and they said there was no wrongdoing.
Yes, sir.
You offered.
Yes, sir.
I guess that would fall into some form of evidence. Hell, I probably would have looked at it with me, but I ain't no police officer. However, I appreciate you bringing that forward for sure. The follow up. I'm not going to ask you whether you're looking to proceed with any other actions that's outside of my purview, but obviously you have the right to do so.
Yes, sir. Like I said, this ain't even about me today. It's just like, it got next to me when my mom's 63 years old. Law-abiding citizen work. Just because you stay in a certain area, you shouldn't be afraid to go out the door, especially from the police. Somebody that's supposed to be here to protect and serve.
I agree.
Thank you, Mr. Biden.
I agree.
Thank you.
Pam Partridge, is that?
Is that correct?
I just wanted to discuss my gas bill. On July 1st, my gas and all that I've got running at this time is a hot water heater. That's it. Was $114.60. It was like a winter bill with gas heat.
I'm sorry, ma'am, can you state your name?
Yeah, Pam Partridge.
Partridge?
Uh-huh.
And your address?
709 Hillcrest Drive.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry. So I went up to City Hall on the 10th, and I told them, I said, this gas, I said, this is not right. I said, all I've got is a hot water heater that's, running right now. So they said, well, they made a copy of the bill. We'll get somebody to come check on it. Well, in the meantime, I got the next month's bill on 7/17, and I left a message. Nobody called back. And then on 7/21, I called again, left another message. Then on August 1st, I got my bill, for the August bill, and it was $93, which was still high. I mean, for just a hot water heater, and I live by myself, there's nobody there. So I called on August 3rd, left a message. Nobody called back. So then I called Charles Bowles, and I had somebody at my house within an hour from the gas department. And I just wanted to commend him because after all those calls, he finally did something after I've called and left messages. And I do have a gas, it was a tiny, I still don't understand this, it was a hot water heater. And I even had to pay for a plumber to come and check up under my house to make sure there was nothing. And when he checked it, and I did have a water leak too. God, my water bill was horrible, but he did fix the water leak. But I just wanted, to say that I finally got some help by calling, Charles Bowles, that he's doing very good, and I appreciate that. But like I said, I'm single, and there's no way I've used that much. So I've got my hot water heater turned down to low, so it won't even come on until I take a shower, and that's it. But I shouldn't have had to wait over, 6 weeks for somebody to come check it out.
Yes, ma'am.
And I probably would still be in the same boat if I hadn't called him. And like I said, he had somebody out there in an hour. And the guys that came were very, very nice. He came 3 times to check it. But it was still, that's been over $200 worth of gas that I know I never, used.
Yes, ma'am.
But anyway, that's all I got to say. And I'm sorry about y'all's problems too.
Thank you.
Lord have mercy. Okay, thank you.
Ms. Partridge,
Yes.
for your, and we spoke on the phone.
You did?
Yes, ma'am.
You called me a lot, because you called me, yeah. You
Yes,
did.
ma'am.
Yes.
Just so you're aware, if you have a water leak.
Well, I got somebody,
Wait a minute. If you have a water leak, or if you have a leak and you get it repaired, and you share that information with the ladies in the billing center, then there's a form you can fill out where they will help to address that additional water or gas that was used when you had a leak.
Well, thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
because he found us, because I knew I had.
I
a
know
water
he
leak,
did.
too.
He told me. He said he found it and that you was gonna get somebody to come out and fix it.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank
Okay,
you.
you're welcome.
That's all. Minutes from the July 9th meeting. Can we get
Make a motion to approve the minutes from July 9th.
Second.
All in favor?
Thank you, John. I had something else on my mind.
Okay, business before council. First item of business is the new item that was added, and that was a request from the Chamber of Commerce for support from the city for the Camellia City Festival on October 24th, primarily in the way of a road closure and other general city support.
Do I have a motion?
Make a motion, we accommodate them with all their needs.
Second.
All in favor?
The next item on the agenda is a recommendation to award the on-call airport engineering, architectural, and construction administration consulting services to Goldwyn, Mills, and Kaywood. We had 2 firms that responded to that request for qualifications. The evaluations were done by representative of the city as well as the county in support of that effort, and that is our recommendation.
Do I have a motion to accept?
So moved.
Second.
In favor?
Aye.
The next item on the agenda is a recommendation to approve a on-call planning and environmental consulting services contract at the Thompson-McDuffie County Airport with Goldwyn Mills Kaywood. We had 3 companies that submitted requests for proposals for that. That evaluation was also done by representatives of the city and McDuffie County. After our evaluation, we are recommending that the contract be awarded to Goldwyn Mills Kaywood.
Do I have a motion?
Before we do the motion, Mr. Mayor, where is the terms of that contract?
The actual, the RFP would be for 5 years with all of, you mean what the services are that will be provided?
Yeah, all the terms. So how much it's costing us to what services provided?
So the
length of it, all of it?
So the award would be subject to negotiation of the actual rates, but it's an on-call contract, so it's not a fixed price contract. So it would depend on the tasks that are assigned to the engineer at the time that the services were needed.
I don't know if that makes sense or not now. If we award them the contract with pending.
It's a master services contract. It's on call. So
Okay.
they only get work if we need to have them to perform work.
Okay, so that work is not detailed by a price point of some sort? Or is it whatever they decide to charge at the time?
No, it'll be when after we do this, then we would negotiate with them. They will provide us with an hourly rate for the different professionals that they have within their company. And then if we have a task order that they need to do, then we would identify what that scope of work is. They would give us a estimate back for that, and then we would negotiate the specifics of scope, hours, and final price for that task to be completed.
All right, so is that an allotted amount of funds for this 5-year master contract or whatever it is you're calling it? Or is that an open-end number or figure?
Well, there is, and I can't tell you what the amount is in the 2026 budget, but it really depends on what the inspections are for the airport, what the inspections are that are done at the airport. And there is a capital improvement plan for the airport and projects that are identified there, as well as potential scope. But if there is an inspection done and there is additional work that needs to be done, typically we would have the engineering firm to do that design work to support whatever that specific work is that needs to be done.
You know, we didn't get into detail Monday in regards to this. Now, as I thought about it the last couple of days, that's why these questions are popping up now.
That's okay.
And it appears that there's nothing definitive in regards to how much funding or a maximum amount of funding goes towards this on-call consultation and all of this parameters, because I haven't seen other than I think the letter you provided in our package. I haven't. In other words, I like to know a little more details on that, because I keep asking the same question in regards to, and it might be a little off kilter with what we're talking about now, but we had a fuel spill at the airport and we still ain't got our money back from that. At least I have not been privy to that. And so I am a little leery about our approach to our business with the airport, our ownership in said entity. And if we're going to go forward with this with a bunch of unknowns as I see it right now, I don't think it's a good idea, but that's my take on it.
So just a point of clarification. When we complete this contract to Goldwyn Mills Kaywood, our commitment to Goldwyn Mills Kaywood is $0. We have no commitment to Goldwyn Mills Kaywood once we sign this master agreement. There are no specific funds that are identified with this. Now, just to clarify and separate the fuel spill and the recovering the funds for that is with the operator at the airport. And so those would be recovered from the company that is actually operating the airport. It would not have anything to do with the engineering firm that is providing us with consulting services.
No, I wasn't trying to put those two together.
Okay.
I was just
All right.
making note of
Yes.
of that.
And so, yes. And so, but yes, so this agreement doesn't require any commitment. If there is nothing that needs to be done at the airport, then they don't do any work.
But if there's something that needs to be done,
Yes, if there's something that needs to be done, then we identify what that is. We agree on the scope of work, and then they give us the cost associated with it. And that's how we do that.
and who pays for that? Us?
The city pays for it if it's work that needs to be done at the airport.
Okay. So we're not paying GMC any consultation fees, is what you're saying?
Unless they do work according to a task order that we write and agree to for whatever work needs to be done at the airport.
Did you just say if we did this, we don't?
If we do this master services agreement,
Okay.
they don't do any work unless we assign a task order to them and identify a scope of work. So the master services agreement itself does not assign them work. It just gives us an avenue by which to issue task orders for work that needs to be done.
All right. That's my take on it. I mean, we can move forward, Mr. Mayor. I'm good.
Item C. Oh,
You guys gonna take
We got a
action?
motion and a second.
We have a motion. Do we have a motion?
a motion.
Did anybody make a motion?
I thought
We had a motion, we stopped.
I thought we had a motion and a second.
Clarification,
and then they got a
No.
question.
It was a motion, an attempt, and I stopped it.
Okay. Okay, do I have a motion to accept?
I make a motion that we go ahead and approve this here contractor,
Okay.
Khaki Wood.
Second.
All in favor?
Okay, the next item is the water sewer connection fee. In October 2025, there was a study done by Carter and Sloop. The findings of that study was provided back in April of 2026 and approved with an effective date of July 1st. A decision was made in May to put the effective date on hold pending further study and investigation. Follow-up discussions were held with Carter and Sloop so that I could get a better understanding of what was included in the technical memorandum that was done, primarily in putting together the information for the proposed water and sewer connection fee. The primary factors included the population forecast, the water demand forecast, and a connection fee evaluation. The amount that they came up with are included in the package that you have. There are a couple of options for implementation. Option A includes an implementation, a one-time implementation with a date basically of your choosing. We can do October 1st implementation date or a January 1st, 2027 implementation date. If you do the January 27 implementation date, the recommendation is that it be with the stipulation that all connections purchased that are not installed within 60 days will be refunded and must be repurchased at the current price at the time of installation. Or a second option, which is option B, which gives a staggered implementation with the same stipulation applied. If we go with either of the implementations, either the delayed or the staggered, then it means that there will be some additional administrative controls that have to be put in place, which of course introduces the opportunities for error and additional staff resources. And so staff recommends option 1 with either of the implementation dates or implementation date as you see fit.
Can we do September 1st as an implementation date?
If you so choose.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to implement the tap and sewer increases approved in April to go in effect September 1st.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I got a question, for your question. On, Mr. Reese, I know we got a lot of building going on now. Would this affect those builders that already in the process of, building these subdivisions?
Anyone that has not purchased their meters would have to pay whatever the fee is at the time that they make the purchase.
Okay, because I was thinking that somebody said the other day that one of the subdivisions had, say he had 20 some, lots and things that he was building, and he had applied for, work to be done. And so I was just wondering, did the old rate come with, when they approved the contract to get, all this stuff done then?
I have no way of having any information about any old contracts. Our utilities department would not have that information. So the only thing we can do is when they come forward to buy a meter, then they would have to pay the rate that's in place when they buy the meter.
So that the contractors, if they would have already came in and paid their tap fee awaiting them to be put in, they would already have it at the current rate.
That is correct.
But going forward, if there's a contractor that comes in and wants to get a tap, they will have to pay the new current.
That is correct.
So the contractor could come in next week, pay the tap fee, and then 60 days after September the 1st, if he hadn't done anything, then it reverts back, is that?
We refund it back to him, and then he would have to
Pay the new
purchase it at the time that he's ready to have it put in.
I had a motion, I had a second, all in favor?
Okay. Next, we have a request for consideration of appointees to the Thompson McDuffie Library Board. And if you recall, we're looking for 2 appointees.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Tanisha Whitfield and Laura Knox.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Council concerns? Start with you, Mr. Whittle.
I'm good for right now.
Mr. Ivy.
All right. Got a few of them. Let's look at this stray animal deal. We talked about this last month in our council meeting. Is that correct?
I couldn't hear
Did we
you.
address this last month?
Talked about what?
This stray animal problem we got.
Yes.
I think we collectively suggested, made promises, confirmed that we would check with our partners in the county to see what it is that we could do. Is that right?
That is correct.
What did we come up with?
We have met with the county administrator, the county manager. We have discussed potential changes to the city ordinance that would allow there to be expanded coverage of the animal control staff that he has. He is expanding his staff, and we are looking at what language needs to be added to our ordinance and discussing how it is that we would be able to improve the animal control coverage in the city. I have also met with the police chief and had some discussion with him about what types of things can be done in the interim.
Any conclusions?
As far as the police chief is concerned, no. But he is unfortunately limited. He doesn't have equipment to handle animals for animal control.
Ain't nobody got no equipment, don't look like. But in the meantime, what do we do?
Shoot 'em.
People continue to run for their lives. People lay down and get ate up by dogs, foxes, or what other animals are running around this city.
Now, the county has hired one animal control person coming on next week, maybe? Is that?
I'm not sure on that. And part of the reason that I took the young lady's phone number and information was to allow me to share that information with the county manager and allow me to be able to get back with her and
Her being who?
Miss Marquita Hunt.
Okay. How about the people that came last month with the same issues?
Well, they had a similar issue, but we are working with him to try to see what we can do and how expeditiously we can get something done with that.
What was the difference in the issue other than the animal?
Yeah, it was dogs and then foxes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the same issue though.
Yeah, same issue.
Well, some of the people that came last month were actually in the county, and so we made him aware of.
No, there's only one in the county. The rest of them was in the city. Only one in the county. So the problem I got is when we sit here and we have these discussions, and fruitful as they might be, what we're feeling at is we're not following up with the ones that are complaining about said stuff. We're having conversations inside this building, that's great, and they stay inside this building. And they have to get back out to the constituents, which is who we serve. Does no one any good to come stand at this podium here and complain about the issues that we govern. And we have all these meetings and conversations, but we never call them back and say, hey, this is what we got going on. Might not be what you want to hear, but this is what it is. And we do this over and over again with several issues. And it appears that we're having the same problem with this issue. I'm not going to belabor that, but I will ask a question, and maybe Mr. Doobie, this might be a question for you. The legalities involved in this issue with these wild animals and stray dogs and the ability or the inability to personally protect yourself without the concern of being apprehended in jail. I'm just curious as what your take is on that.
Yeah, legally, some of these animals are protected. So, again, officially our position is the citizens should not be shooting these animals.
So the citizen doesn't have the ability and or the right to defend themselves?
That's a different story. But again, our official position is don't shoot the animals. I personally know what I would do if it was my house.
Right. But what the problem I see is we have citizens coming to us looking for solutions. We have the purview as a body to make some changes. And if they have to be expeditious, so be it. But for a citizen to walk away tonight, last month, 2 months ago, with issues that would suggest some form of bodily harm, and no knock to what you're saying and what else said, personal opinions are what they are, they're personal. But there are some legalities involved, because I'll probably shoot him too. But I ain't trying to go to jail either. And so when citizens are coming and asking us, because we have the ability to change ordinances, amend them, or whatever it takes to deal with this immediately, until we can do follow on with getting bodies in here and equipment, we have to do something. You can't sit here and kick that can. I think a lot of the history involves kicking cans. And so I would like Mr. Dubik and Ms. Smith, that if y'all can get together and come up with something along with the chief or any other law enforcement entity to find a temporary solution to this issue with these stray animals and the ability for citizens to protect themselves without any repercussion. I highly appreciate that, and I'd like to have some follow-up on that.
Councilman, we currently do not have animal control staff. Would you like to authorize us to hire animal control staff or to contract out animal
you
control?
put it on the table, we all talk about it. I'm not a solo artist. I'm just saying that we have an issue. That's all I'm saying. If you feel like there's some that, put it out there on the table. But not doing it ain't helping nothing, is all I'm saying.
I mean, those are the only two solutions that I can think of.
Okay, but
if it's something that needs to be done immediately without providing the county manager and I the time and opportunity to either work through getting the ordinance changed or to allow him to be able to utilize the staff that he has, or come to some resolution as to what the police department would be able to do. The most immediate solution would be to either hire or contract someone for those services.
Okay, well, if that's what we got to do, is what we got to do, because my concern is if citizens are coming to us as a body with an issue that concerns not only them personally, but the citizens in the city, and we do nothing, is it possible that we can be held culpable for the lack of?
Again, you have no.
Just a question.
You have no animal control. You don't have the ability to provide these services. If that's a business you want to get in, let's do it.
No, the business I'm into is answers. And so I think it's clear we don't have animal control.
You're not
Fine.
gonna-
If you can get with Ms. Smith, and y'all can look at the legalities of this.
Am I gonna recommend an ordinance that says this is the Wild West and shoot at will?
No, I'm not asking you to do that. I'm asking you to have the
We
discussion
cannot
with the
pass that.
administrator is what I'm asking you to do. That's all I'm asking.
I am more than willing to.
Okay,
look
that's-
at the
that's all I
ordinance
need to
see
know.
what the county would like to change.
That's fine.
So they
That's-
can assist us.
That's cool.
I think that'd be my recommended course.
I have no problem with that. As long as somebody tell me something as you move forward with this, and tell these people, because I would hate to see someone go to jail because they're afraid to come out of their door because someone can't control their animals and they're looking for us to do something, and we ain't doing nothing. Okay, my next issue is this police stuff. And I know we done talked this, and I thought we had this straight. And I've been in here since January. This thing got hard and heavy in April. Quiet down some, but it appears that it is coming back. Now, I'm gonna say this, I'm not the police chief, and I don't wanna be the police chief. But the police chief worked for somebody. He reports to somebody, just like the officer reports to him. His internal affairs reports to him. His investigators report to him. And if I'm not mistaken, by our organization chart, Ms. Smith, he reports to you, correct?
That is correct, sir.
All right. Did you know anything about this situation right here?
I did not.
Okay.
I believe it occurred on Friday. So,
All right,
no,
so
I did
if-
not.
Who is authorizing this on the radio, and which means it gets out to the public? And I'm sitting here as a sitting councilman, I don't know nothing about it. Can you help me with that?
I'm 90% sure it's in the.
No, this is for Ms. Smith. This is her question.
So, past practice that has continued is such that apparently there are reports that are generated by the police department, and that information is shared with the media outlets. I, quite honestly, do not have the specifics on how the decision is made as to which incidents are released, which media outlets it is released to, or I know I get the information and the mayor gets the information, but I don't know how the decision is made as to which ones are released. So, Councilman, that falls on me.
Yes, it does. And I'm gonna say this. I'm am I upset? Yes. Am I upset about that situation? Yes, but what I'm upset about is this information is getting out to the public. And we're the last one to hear it. And I can't speak for any other councilman and or the mayor or anyone else, but that burns me. That burns me. And on top of that, we have people that come into this room and stand at that podium and make complaints, and the process is clear. They file a complaint, there's no findings. I think I got enough sense to understand that everybody cannot afford an attorney, and they cannot take all this stuff to trial and go through all of that stuff there. But when I listen to some of these complaints, what my takeaway is that they really just want someone other than those that are looking into these complaints to literally look into them. We promise citizens that we're going to look into the issue with the profiling and the pretextual stops. I have not been involved in one conversation post that meeting right here in this room. That young man came in last month about a situation. His name was taken, blah, blah, blah. Something is missing. And I really hate to just go out and step on this limb because I know I'm going to break it. Okay? I'm going to break that limb, Ms. Smith.
Yes, sir.
But this can't keep happening because just the thought of someone afraid to come out of their house after 5 o'clock because we may or may not have a person that is sworn to serve and protect this community out here doing some foolishness. Now, I believe that, and also the law should carry themselves a step above the people that they serve. It's inherited with that position. And I've said this in this forum, and I'm gonna say it again. If you're in your feelings, this probably ain't the job for you. But to use profanity and in some form potentially violate people's rights, and we do nothing, I know for a fact it makes us culpable because we have people standing right here telling us, and we're letting this process happen, and it's the same thing every time. Nobody did nothing wrong. And that's the end of it. Other than me going to pay a lawyer $5,000 for a retainer to fight a case with $5,000 that I don't have. But what I do know is we have oversight, do we not?
We do.
We do. And so some of this stuff we can look at ourselves, can we not?
Yes, sir.
So my question is, why aren't we?
Well, I think it has been looked at.
By who?
Ms. Smith?
Is that right?
We have.
And do you derive to the same answers?
I have arrived at some similar answers, yes.
In all cases?
Not in all cases.
Okay, so what are we doing different?
That would need to be addressed as a personnel matter.
Okay, fine. We need to address that immediately.
Yes, sir.
Because I am tired of listening to this. It burns me that a citizen can stand up here and say that I'm afraid to leave my yard because an employee of this city is, in their words, operating in a way which can easily be vetted out because all our staff wear body cams, right?
Yes, sir, they wear them.
Okay. Now, it's a policy, and I have it on my desk at the house, that governs that body cam usage,
Yes, sir.
right? Which is open to anyone on this council as well as yourself, or if that fact, anyone that's a citizen, because it's public record. But who should know that body cam policy better than those that govern this city?
No one.
So when we have issues like this, it's too easy to vet that out. I'm not accusing the chief, lieutenant, or whoever IE is that's doing this at all. All I'm saying is I got 2 eyes and I bought 2. And so I can look at the video myself.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, I'm sick and tired of people coming up here and being told on that side of the road that I don't see nothing wrong, and we don't even bother to look at the body cam. We don't bother to vet this out in any kind of way, whether it be executive session for personnel issues, have the discussion or whatever. But yet people come up here time after time, and we say we're gonna do something about it. So what are we doing? I'm done this.
Ms. Smith, isn't the chief referring all the body cam footage to the GBI as well? He's not just looking at it himself, correct?
It depends on what the issue is.
Okay.
Concern?
I'm good. Good.
Administrator's report.
So I just want to remind you all of the joint city-county retreat. I still have tentative dates of the 26th and 27th. I have not finalized that with the county manager yet. One of the things that we'll be talking about, we want everyone to continue to think about, is the Thompson-McDuffie Airport Advisory Committee. I do want to bring to council's attention, and I had actually planned to do this in the work session, but we have a program that is the Main Street Energy Program. And this is the program where the citizens, where our gas customers are available to participate in financing of certain gas appliances. And the thing that I'd like to bring to your attention in our report is that that program actually offers interest-free financing up to $10,000 to cover the installation of new gas appliances for up to 60 months. The loan is simply added to your natural gas bill, and we administer that program here with those ladies that were here on Monday. They helped to handle that program. We have, I believe it's 8 contractors that are approved for the city of Thompson. The thing that I want to bring to your attention is that this is not a flat rate program. However, we do have some contractors that are charging $10,000 for a 2-ton heating unit, $10,000 for a 2.5-ton heating unit, $10,000 for a 3-ton heating unit, $10,000 for a 3.5-ton heating unit, and $10,000 for a 4-ton heating unit. My area of concern is that the citizens are funding that regardless of the size of the unit. So one of the things that we're going to be doing to help to educate our citizens on the program and to try to bring about more accountability for some of the people that are participating in the program, the Gas Authority is going to be holding a training session in October at the the depot. We're going to have our contractors coming in, and they're going to be re-educating them on the program, but we're also going to have a education program and some additional flyers and information going out to our customers to make sure that they better understand the program, so that if by chance they're not getting the variation in prices that maybe should cover the different units, that they have an understanding of what that potentially should look like.
Who authorized the participants?
I'm sorry?
Who is the one that authorizes these various companies?
contractors?
Yes.
The gas authority. The gas authority provides the funding, so they authorize the contractors.
But they're operating within this municipality, right?
Yes.
We don't have any say-so?
I'm not sure.
And I think we should. These are our constituents. That money that they're gonna be paying back is processed through us, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, I think we ought to have something to say.
We're looking at revising the process. I'm just not sure what that process is gonna look like, but we should have something. We're working with the gas authority on revising our overall process between now and October.
And the reason I ask you that is because if the gas authority, which is, in what way are they connected to us?
The gas authority provides our gas.
Okay, which we pay them for, right?
Yes.
Okay, so they really not connected to us. They just providing the service, we pay them. All right, so then by that, I don't think that they should have the ability to, shall I say, dictate to us what program, the prices of said program, et cetera, and to have this discussion without the knowledge of those different vices that are connected to this program is probably unfruitful. Because we have to take ownership of what it is that is presented to the people that we serve. And I know that some things have happened in the past, and okay, fine. Ain't got nothing to do with today. And we have to start holding on to what used to happen, because a lot of that could be remedied by simply asking questions.
And I became familiar with the program, and those were some concerns that I had, which is why we're looking at making some changes and revising some things in the program. So, project updates, our Ursher Pond water intake and pump station project is underway. They've done some site clearing out there and started some work on the chemical building. For the lead and copper rule, we've completed about a little over 1,000 of the service locations, or about 21% of the totals that we're looking to do. Door hangers have been left on the homes. Folks are actually calling and getting information about the door hangers. We provided some clarification on what the information is. We do have on the door hangers a phone number and an email address, and people are using both the phone number and the email to get additional information. So that's all I have.
Make a motion, we go into executive session, isn't that correct?
Yes, we need to go into executive session. Thank you.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
But Charlie, I still not got it all.
First by
Original,
second by Scott, second by Johnson.
and I end up with another one. I need to find where you buy the refills.
You can, you don't,
Like, you don't have to buy the whole magnet clip on.
you can go on Amazon.
Still got the magnets in.
I make a motion, we go back into open session.
She got it.
Second.
All in favor?
Excuse me. Oh, thank you, sir. You can take 2 cheers if you want to.
It's been a long day.
I'd like to make a motion that we adjust the contract for the city administrator, make adjustment on
For what?
To life insurance.
life insurance.
2.5%.
To 2.5.
A second.
All in favor?
I'd like to make a motion also that we form a review
Council,
council,
review.
yes. And I'd like to make a motion that we add Charlie Bowles and Chauncey Abbey.
And again, just for the record, it would be a council review committee.
Yes.
Council Review Committee. Okay.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I make a motion we adjourn.
Second. You seconded it?
That's your fact now. Let me,
Is that okay with y'all?
yes.